like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, let's dive right in. We're tackling that Arsenal versus Manchester City match today. I think everyone's been buzzing about it.
Yeah, it was, well, it wasn't just any match. It was a statement. Big implications, especially for Arsenal.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today, the story behind that Arsenal win. We've got, you're using that play-by-play from Al Jazeera Sport.
Great coverage.
Yeah. They really got into, not just like the goals, but the whole atmosphere and even some post-game interviews.
Right. So ready to dig into this thing.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to start with that explosive beginning, right?
Yeah. Arsenal came out with this intensity, we haven't seen from them this whole season.
Yeah. And it was so tactical too, right?
Right. Yeah. It's it wasn't just passion. It was, planned. It was they had a plan. They were executing it.
From the second minute, I was glued to the screen.
Yeah.
Odegaard, the captain, just boom.
Yeah.
Goal.
Yeah. It's you could see Arteta's influence all over that play.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just some brilliant individual thing.
No, it was that quick passing, the way they moved up the right side and just created that opening for Odegaard. It was textbook.
So not just lucky then.
Definitely not. It was a sign of what was to come.
Oh, yeah. Though, Haaland being Haaland, he gets his goal early second half. And for a minute there, I thought, okay, here we go. City's taken over.
Right. But that's what's so interesting about this match, I think. I mean, yeah, Hovland's goal, you kind of expect it in a way, but it was, I don't know, it felt
out of place.
Yeah, it didn't stop anything. It didn't derail, If anything, it was Arsenal just got, I don't know, more fired up.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into that goal frenzy then, because that's where things really shifted.
Yeah.
Party's goal, the one with the deflection, I've heard, pundits call it luck.
Yeah. But that's looking at it, I think, too simply. Sure, there was luck there.
Right. But you can't forget the pressure.
Yeah.
Arsenal was just all over City, forcing those mistakes.
They're relentless.
Exactly.
And Lewis Skelly, 18 years old, first goal ever for Arsenal.
What a moment.
I know. And he does the Haaland celebration, the meditation thing. What's that tell you about these young guys?
I mean, fearless, right?
Totally.
Arteta, he's built this confidence in them. He trusts them.
Mm-hmm.
And it pays off. This isn't just about one game. It's about building, something.
Secure.
Yeah, for the future.
And think about the message that sends, to the other young players in the academy. Hey, he's my age, scored against the champions.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's inspiring, and it shows Arsenal's vision. They're not just buying stars. They're building from within. And I think it's working.
Okay, but can't forget Havertz either.
Oh, yeah.
That miss early on could have rattled him.
Easily.
Right. But then that finish, beautiful.
It's it fueled him, I think.
Yeah.
That makes they thrive on that pressure, almost.
Yeah. Resilience. That's another thing about this Arsenal team. They don't fall apart when things get tough.
They get tough.
Yeah. Arteta's influence right there. Can't deny it.
All right, and to close out this goal fest, Nwaneri,
another one.
Another academy player, comes off the bench, curls one in, stoppage time. I got to ask, what was going through your head when that happened?
It wasn't just that he scored, it was when he scored. This perfect ending to Arsenal's dominance.
I mean, they were relentless.
Yeah.
All the way to the whistle.
Yeah. And it's not just the goals themselves. It's how they got them. Cutting through City's defense, it was nothing.
5 goals against a Pep Guardiola team. That's got to do something to their aura. Right.
I mean, yeah, that's not easy to do. Let's look at some of those post-match interviews because there's some interesting stuff there. Odegaard, you could tell he was excited, obviously, but what stood out to me was that he kept talking about how connected the team felt.
Yeah. He used the word telepathic, I think.
Right. And it wasn't just words. You saw it. The way they moved, anticipated each other on another level, it felt like.
Yeah, it was they were all thinking the same thing.
Exactly. They'd been, practicing this for hours and hours.
And they had. Remember, Havertz said he needed that goal after the miss and how he and Odegaard, they've been working on those plays and training.
See, that's, people don't always see that. It's not just talent. It's that work, the dedication, and that, drive, to always get better.
All right, so we were talking about Arsenal, but let's flip the script for a second. Man City, 5 goals allowed. Not something you see every day from a Pep team.
It's rare, and it wasn't just the score. It was the way they were outplayed, They just looked
A little lost.
yeah. Not their usual, control.
And for a team, that's known for discipline, tactically, they were vulnerable, especially in those transitions.
Oh, yeah. Arsenal's press, it was just too much, disrupting everything. City had to rush every decision.
Yeah. And how Arsenal used the space behind City's fullbacks, that's where those chances came from.
It was clinical. They knew exactly where to attack. They did their homework, for sure.
So we can't just talk tactics. Got to mention the individual performances, too. Odegaard controlling everything, Havertz, constant threat, and then those young guys, Lewis, Skelly, and Nwaneri, just...
That energy, right? Like they've got nothing to lose.
And everything to prove. It was a team effort, but those moments of brilliance from individuals.
Yeah, they just added to City's problems.
Speaking of problems, John Stones, that interview he gave afterwards, kind of revealing, right?
Oh, yeah. He was pretty honest. Admitted to feeling lost, said they couldn't find any rhythm, even said, the last 30 minutes were unacceptable, Strong words.
Yeah, for someone like Stones. You don't usually hear that kind of frustration from him.
Right. It makes you think, is there something more going on there within the team?
Could it be, they've been on top for so long, maybe they've lost a bit of that hunger?
Could be. It happens. It's also, you got to remember, everyone else has had time to study them, figure out how to counter what they do. It's the Premier League. No one stays on top forever.
One bad game doesn't mean the end, but definitely raises some questions.
Definitely. About whether they can hold on to that title.
Okay, so we've looked at what this match means for both teams, but let's zoom out a bit. Big picture. We talk about young players a lot, but this felt different. Yeah. Lewis, Skelly, Nwaneri, they weren't just there.
No.
They changed the game.
It's a glimpse into the future, I think.
Of Arsenal.
Yeah. And what's exciting is it's not just them, those two players. It's a system, a philosophy, and it's working.
Think about what this says to the whole Premier League, though, right? It's not all about, spending a ton on these big stars.
Nope. It's about building a culture where those young players can actually become those stars.
And that's where Arteta, he shines. He creates that space for them. That's what we saw with Lewis Skelly and Nwaneri, that fearlessness, that boldness.
Yeah.
That comes from a manager who trusts you.
Exactly. And it's not like just, here you go, kid, sink or swim. They've got experienced players around them. Odegaard, Havertz, guiding them.
Yeah, like a recipe for success.
It is. And other teams, they're going to look at this and think, why are we spending all this money when we could be doing that? It could change things.
A whole league.
Yeah. The next few years, who knows?
Okay, so this is the question that I keep coming back to. Are we watching the start of something new at Arsenal? A team built on young talent, playing with, freedom? Can they actually, can they compete for the title?
It's too early to say for sure, but man, the signs are there. This isn't a fluke. This is a team built to last. And that's what makes it so interesting. We're not just watching a game. We're watching something, something special maybe being built.
That's what makes football so great, that feeling like anything is possible. Those moments that give you chills.
Right. And this match, it wasn't just a win. It was Arsenal saying to everyone, we're back. And we're not going anywhere.
So we'll leave you with this. Imagine a Premier League where the young players, they're the stars, built on ambition. Could Arsenal be the team that leads that? Something to think about.
Yeah. And like always, keep exploring, keep asking those questions, dig deeper into what interests you. The world of football, it's always changing. There's always something new.
That's all for today. We'll see you next time.